As a freshman in high school, I had a nemesis. This is not a bully. In fact, it wasn't even a particularly adversarial relationship. We got along relatively well. For the evening, I'll call him Johnny Todd. Johnny and I had a lot in common. We were both in the band. He played trumpet, I played French horn. We were in a lot of the same clubs. We both had last names that were also first names. And at the beginning of high school, we hadn't really had classes together before that, but in high school we had a lot of the same classes, and people started associating us with each other. It was Johnny and David, David and Johnny. And one afternoon after school, before marching band practice, we were walking to get some dinner. It was just the two of us. And Johnny took the opportunity to tell me his white supremacist views. I was horrified. I was 15 years old, but knew that everything that he was saying was wrong. I told him, you can't believe these things. Like, this isn't right. We never talked about it again. I had failed his test, I guess. But it was just the two of us. And to everybody else, we were still Johnny and David, David and Johnny. And I, throughout the entire freshman year, this seething frustration starts to build in me as we get attached to the hip by other people in band. He switches from the trumpet to the French horn. We're sitting next to each other now. We make the same state competition. We share a hotel room for 5 days. Everyone is seeing us as the same unit. And we go through the entire year this way. Building frustration. Nobody believes me. I try and tell people, no, we don't think the same way, but nobody sees it. At our spring band performance, we perform together, we're on our French horns, we do fine, and the band instructor at the end of the performance calls all of the freshmen up to the front of the stage. It's the largest freshman group to ever join the band, and so he really wants to make a big show of appreciating these new students. And he's going down the line, he's standing on the floor in front of the stage, going down the line, announcing each person by name. He gets to me. He looks up. Ladies and gentlemen, Johnny Todd! I am the perfect 15-year-old mix of furious and mortified. And I'm also in front of an audience of several hundred adults who I don't want to show these feelings. So I come up with the perfect plan. I'm going to turn my back to the audience so that they don't see how I feel. This is what I do. Really chill. I leave the stage. I'm mortified. I cry to my parents. I can't believe people associate me to Johnny. I spend the rest of the year, and really the rest of high school, trying to dissociate myself from Johnny as much as possible. I quit the band. He stays on French horn. I join the theater instead. He doesn't like being on stage in that way. I start pulling back from the clubs that we have. And he can't grow facial hair, so as soon as I can, I grow a full beard. And slowly and surely, people start separating us in their minds. You might not be surprised, I haven't stayed in touch with Johnny, but I ran across his page on LinkedIn the other day. He's a park ranger now in Georgia, and wouldn't you know it, he's grown a beard.